I grabbed one of these 18-inch wreath frames from Dollar Tree as well as one of their gnome garden stakes. And I also grabbed this ribbon from Amazon. It's 2.5-inch wired ribbon. I cut that ribbon into strips of 7 inches. I used 5 different kinds of ribbon, and you'll need 24 strips of each design. You'll need about 5 yards per design. Once I had all of them cut, I took a few at a time and folded them in half and fishtailed the ends, or dovetailed, whichever you prefer to call them. I went ahead and took some twine and cut a bunch of strips of that just to have that prepared. I then took each ribbon and pinched it in the center. I alternated patterns using one of each pattern for each bundle, just alternating the way I stack them each time. I take them, pinch them in the center, and crisscross them in my hands back and forth. And so I'm taking 4 different pattern ribbons. Those I got from Amazon. Again, 2.5-inch wired ribbon. Then I also used a burlap ribbon that I believe I got from Amazon as well. And so I take the twine, wrap it around the center where I've been holding it, and tie it off in the back and leave it long because that's how I'll be attaching it to the frame. So I just go through and make my different sets of bows. You'll need 24 total. Next, I grab my frame. We'll be working on this center ring. I flip the wreath frame upside down and put the bow upside down underneath it. I then take the twine and wrap it around that center ring and tie it in a couple knots and cut off the excess twine. Each section of the frame will need 3 of these sets of bows. And I just alternated different patterns that I had did with the bows. So some will have a different design on the front and just alternated them throughout. So 3 sets per section, 24 total. Once I have it filled in, I just flip it over and fluff out all the ribbon and kind of spread them apart because I had smushed them all together trying to fit them all in. So just got them nice and filled in throughout the frame, and then took this bee-themed gnome stake from Dollar Tree, kind of just wiggled the stake and pulled it right out. And the good thing about this one is to attach it, I am just taking some twine, and it already has a couple of loops on the back, so you don't need any glue. Just push the twine through those loops and tie a couple of knots, and then you'll set it on the wreath frame right on top of the ribbon to see where you want it, and then take the twine and push it through and wrap it around one of the wires of the frame. So I just did one side at a time, making sure that the placement was right before I tied it, and then cut off the excess twine on the back. And that is it for today's project. Thank you so much for watching.